This year I'm going to try and do a little bit more leisure reading, just because it's something that I love so much and I miss it so much. And something that I've really been getting into a lot is poetry. I absolutely have been so loving finding like new poems and like quotes and like little verses and lyrics and all this stuff. It's really great. So I wanted to share some of my favorite books that I've read, books that I'm planning on reading, some of my favorite poets. And yeah, I will have all of the titles and information in the down bar in the description box below. Starting off, if you know me at all, you will know that I am a huge Edgar Allan Poe fan. We have the Essential Tales and Poems of Edgar Allan Poe. I absolutely, I love Edgar Allan Poe. There's something so dark and brooding, yet a little bit optimistic and romantic in his writing. The Telltale Heart is one of my absolute favorite short stories ever. The Fall of the House of Usher is also very good. One story that I most recently read by him in actually a class, we read a detective story by him, and it was so strange because it was very similar to Sherlock Holmes, and apparently he wrote it before Sir Arthur Doyle did, and so it was like the first like Sherlock Holmesy type thing. But I also love Doyle. I have a full Sherlock Holmes collection at home. I wish I had it with me. It was too heavy to fit in my suitcase, but I am 100% going to read that because I've been so into Sherlock Holmes lately. But Edgar Allan Poe is my very first love. He just has such a way with his words to make things both light and dark, and I think that's really awesome. That's like, he deals with a lot of like very like dark, sort of like scary themes, but also deals with some light themes, like that quote, like, and they loved with a love that was more than love. Like, that's Edgar Allan Poe. Like, so I don't know, I think he has a wide spectrum of talent, and I really admire that. Next on the list is a book that I am currently reading. I'm about halfway through. This is The Picture of Dorian Gray. It is by Oscar Wilde. This book has been on my reading list for a while, actually. I'd always heard such wonderful things about it, and I love Oscar Wilde quotes. I love looking up his quotes. I almost bought a book of just Oscar Wilde quotes just because I think he has this incredible wit about him. Like, he's so smart with his word choice and like with his sarcasm and his satire. It's on point all the time. On point. Oscar Wilde. But this one I was especially interested in reading it, and it is like, it's not what I was expecting, but it's so good without like spoiling anything. It's just about the friendship between a couple of people through the painting of Dorian Gray's picture, and how superficiality can literally be your downfall. Think about more than just yourself, because Oscar Wilde says so. This one is actually a book that I received as a Christmas present. This book is called What Alice Forgot. So this is right up my alley. It's sort of like a crime, mystery, suspense thriller. Absolutely love it. It's gotten really good reviews. Other books that I've read that I don't have with me that are along the same like theme is Girl on the Train, which I cannot recommend enough. Girl on the Train is so good. Along with that, Gone Girl, which if you've seen my other videos, you know that is, Gillian Flynn is one of my favorite authors. So any of her books, Sharp Objects, Dark Places, and Gone Girl, are all amazing, all amazing. I've also read The Good Girl. That was also very good. So any of these, if you like crime fiction, like suspense thriller books, these are your go-to. These are so good. I highly, highly, highly recommend them. Back to the classics, we have some female authors right here. This is Silas Marner by George Eliot. And oddly enough, it's kind of a crime fiction too. It's definitely suspenseful throughout the entire thing. It's the mystery of a child and you don't know who their parents are, and then there's drama between the family and like a recluse who like loses all of his money and like adopts a kid. So it's just, there's something so good in like George Eliot's orchestration of plot, and it's really awesome. I really enjoyed it. Another book that I read in the same class, which I cannot find right now, is The Woman in White. Also super amazing book. I'll put the information down bar. Amazing, amazing book. Any of these classics, like I always wanted to read classics and I never did because I was like, oh, I don't have time, like blah, blah, blah. Make time, because there is something so awesome and genuine and raw about these classic authors that you just can't find in contemporary fiction. You just can't. And I think there's something really magical in that. And last but not least, there's a giant sticker on this because I am renting it from the bookstore, but I just had to share it. This is Virginia Woolf's A Room of One's Own. It's sort of like a mix between an essay and a short story, like a novella. Just amazing. Just amazing. Virginia Woolf, so talented. Just, again, very similar to Oscar Wilde. She's just so sharp and so witty, and she just knows everything about everything and make these obscure references to these things you didn't even know about, and she's just like making snide comments everywhere and just has the most colorful language, the most colorful imagery, and she knows how to weave a metaphor. Let me tell you, this woman can weave a metaphor for days. Anything by Virginia Woolf. I read Mrs. Dalloway last semester. It was amazing. Just invest yourself in at least this. This is 114 pages. You can read 114 pages of Virginia Woolf and you will not regret a single second of it. So yeah, these are all my previous / current / future reads. I hope you guys enjoyed them. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and comment what books you're reading down below. I would love to hear some suggestions, get everybody's input. It would be super great. We could all share our reading. Anyway, if you're not subscribed to this channel, hit subscribe to the Amanda Mars channel, the best channel of all channels. And I hope you guys have a magical weekend. All right, bye.